Hi, my name is Annette Parker, and this is my post video. I took a course called Math Foundation, and I had a wonderful instructor who challenged me and showed me different ways of how to teach subtraction with two-digit numerals. So let's get started. Today I'm going to show you 3 different ways of how to do subtraction with three different strategies. So the first strategy I'm going to show you is subtraction with regrouping. So another way we can write this is we can look at this and we can look at 43 and we can break it down. So we know that 40 plus 3 is the same as 43, just like in 27. We could say 20 plus 7 is the same as 27. However, we're going to be doing subtraction. Now, when you look at your ones column, you notice that you have a 3 and plus 7. So we need this 3 to be more, we need these 3 ones to be greater than 7. So what we can do is that we can actually go into the tens column and we can borrow a 10. This becomes a 30. And now this becomes 13 or 13 ones. So now we can actually say that 13 take away 7 will give us 6. And we can bring down the plus sign. 30 minus 20 will give us 10. And if we add this up, this becomes 16 or 110 and 6 ones. The next strategy I'm going to show is subtraction by decomposition. So what that is a subtraction by decomposition is column subtraction, which involves borrowing a 10 from the next highest place value to enable the subtraction if the top number in a column is smaller than the bottom number. So what that means is we're going to look at it like this, and we're going to look at 43. So if we think about 43, how many 10s are in 43? Well, we actually know that if we count it, we could say that there's 10 plus 10, that's 1, 2, plus 10 plus 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, so that's 40. And now we're going to break down the 3, and plus 3 ones gives us 43. And we're going to do the same thing with 27. So 27 actually has 2 10s in 20, which is 10 plus 10, and we have 7 ones. So we'll just say plus 7. Now we're going to, I like to add a 0 because I call them my placeholders. And we're going to add our zeros here. So we're doing subtraction. So what we're going to do is get rid of the 2 10s here. So 10 take away 10 is actually 0. So we can get rid of that 10. And we can say 10 take away 10 is another 0. Now, in subtracting 10 take away 7, we know that 10 take away 7 is 3. We're going to bring down our addition sign. We know that 10 take away 0 would give us 10. And we're going to bring down our addition sign. And we know that 3 take away 0 is 3. And now what we can do is we can add this up. 3 plus 10 will actually give us 13, plus 3 more is 16. So again, we see that subtraction by decomposition gives us the same answer as subtraction with regrouping, 16. So this last strategy I'm going to show you is called keeping the distance. And I like this strategy the best for teaching elementary school students how to do two-digit subtraction, two-digit numeral subtraction. And the purpose of keeping the distance, it also teaches round to the nearest 10, and you can use a number line. So I started with the number line, my number line at 25 to 47. You might not want to do that, but to save time with this video, this is how I started my number line. So let's get started. So the first, we're going to start at 27. We're going to take this numeral because it's smaller. And we know that we can't get 3 into 7. So we're going to start with this whole number 27. So basically, we would go to the number line and we would ask our student, what is the nearest 10? So we know that the nearest 10 on our number line would be 30. So we would take, and we could count 3 spots. We know that between 27 and 30, there is 3. We are adding 3. So 27 would equal to 30 because we're saying 27 and we move 3 spots. 27 plus 3 equals 30. Okay? Let me just take that spot off. Now the next one is 43. Now we're going to add 3 spaces. We're going to go on our number line and we're going to count 3 spaces. So we're going to go to 43 and we're going to move it 3 spaces, which actually allows us to be at 46. So whatever we're doing here, we're going to do up here. And we know that that's going to turn 43 plus 3 equals 46. So this serves a purpose of not only of rounding to the nearest 10, but it also shows addition. We're also adding. So the students get to learn 3 strategies here. We get to learn nearest 10. We get to learn adding. We're doing adding. But now we're going to go, because our main purpose when we started was 43, take away 27. So if we, I'm sorry, this is going to be, I'm sorry, I put a 40 here, but this is actually 46. That was my fault. Sorry. So 46, take away 30. So we know that 6 take away 0 is 6, and 4 take away 3 is 1. So the answer is 16. So in our previous regrouping, we got 16, and subtraction and decomposition, we also got 16. Now we also get the number 16 in keeping the distance. So these are 3 basic strategies that teachers can use when teaching subtraction by 2-digit numbers.